Hi, Mark here, Monday, October the 6th. It's just after 9 a.m. Eastern. That's just after 1 p.m. GMT. US session well underway. Let's have a look at the US dollars performance to start the week. Started the week strong, a gap up to start the week from closing Friday at 97.50, opened to start the new week at 97.77, went on to establish resistance of 98.19. Strong US dollar to start, but has given up some of those gains since then. There's the wickets left behind. Let's zoom in on the hourly. And there you can see over the past 2 hours into the third hour now, US dollar being sold off after a strong start, gap up, strong start, now giving up some of those gains. And we'll see if US dollar strength we can return to US dollar strength if there'll be demand, if buyers do step in and look back up at this resistance, or if this sell-off continues from dollar strength to dollar weakness and sellers looking down at the 97.67 support level. Let's have a look at the majors, starting with the Euro US. And there you see, was a big red candlestick to start with. There's the wickets left behind. That's selling euro, buying US dollar strength, all the way down to support at 116.52. The wickets left behind showing us that the euro buyers buying euro, selling US dollar. So from US dollar strength to some weakness. There on the hourly, you can see that there is selling euro, buying US. Here, here is a turnaround, and now buying euro, selling US, back up at 116.92, looking at the $1.17 level. Buyers of euro will be looking up at this 117.31 resistance. Sellers of euro, buyers of US will be looking down at the 116.52 level. Let's have a look at the pound. Pound showing green, pound strength, pound winning over the US in the pound US pair. Did come down, was a red candlestick. There's the open. So it did come down to support at 134.16. Pound has fought back, now sitting at 134.40, and I've got resistance at 134.67. Buyers of pound, sellers of US will be looking up at this resistance level and higher. A return to, as we saw from the start of today's session, US dollar strength. Sellers of pound, buyers of US will be looking back down at this 134.16 support area. Let's have a look at the US yen. Have to mention the fundamentals here. New prime minister in Japan was elected, somewhat dovish financially, and you can see the way the market responded. Firstly, a gap up by nearly 200 pips on the announcement, and then US strength continued, another 100 pips, at almost 300 pips from the close on Friday at 147.47, all the way up to 150.52 is the new resistance. Has come down since then. Selling US dollar, buying yen, to be expected, a natural retracement. If I go to the hourly, there you can see how price action has hung around this resistance area until an hour ago. We saw a push down, selling US dollar, buying yen, now sitting at that 149.92, just below the 150 yen level. Buyers will be looking back up at this 150.52. Sellers of US dollar, buyers of yen will be looking down at this 149.47 intraday support. Let's have a look at the US dollar against the Canadian. And I'll get up the daily to start. There you can see this wick that's selling US dollar, buying Canadian. So started weak US dollar. US dollar has fought its way back, left this wick, and sitting pretty much at Friday's open, sitting at 139.66 intraday resistance level area. Buyers will look to test break above this 139.66 and we'll be looking up at the 140 on the upside. Turn around, a bounce down off this resistance area. Sellers of US dollar and buyers of Canadian would be looking down at the support at 139.40. So we saw strong US dollar to start, has given up some of those gains. Right now, with the US session underway, we'll see whether we continue to see dollar strength, if it can be maintained, or if this turnaround we're seeing, especially on the European currencies, with the euro and the pounds starting to strengthen against the US. We've got resistance support levels to work with, and I will see you at the end of the day's session. Good trading.